Hello. Hello. Hi. I'm gonna die. That's a lie. Got ya. Click, 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 clickbait. I'm very tired, in case you couldn't tell. I got the chills yesterday. Not, despite the nice sounding name, it is not nice. It was horrible. But my retail party ditched me, so I'm on the fan server Eden. I'm playing through OBS because maybe I should turn on audio. That might be a good idea. Properties. Okay, and then sound sources only. Audio. Time to turn that shit down. Ah! Maybe a little lower. Sorry for the ear. Sorry for your ears. I wasn't gonna say the thing. I was just trying to figure out what to say. There we go. It has to be an exact number. Otherwise, I'm not happy. Pardon me. You're gonna hear a lot of disgusting sounds like that. Ever played an 11? Play it. It's great. You can play it for free here on the Eden server. It's a little bit of a complicated setup, but it's actually less complicated than playing the retail version you get on like Steam. Though you are missing content if you care, but you do get an easier time with the story. Or at least the first 3 chapters of the story, or the first 3 expansions, not chapters. Away from the countryside. So I'm just gonna be talking to everybody here in Windurst before I start combat. I reset my character. I had a retail party going, but they're ghosting me now, so excuse me. I decided to transfer to Eden and start from the beginning again. The other side of the ocean, there's a small harbor town. So basically, this game doesn't hold your hand really. It's very much, it throws you into this world and you have to figure everything out and remember what is told to you, which is really, really cool for me. But a lot of people, they don't like to admit it, but they like having their hand held. Most gamers do. So they'll like play this game and they're like, oh god. Oh, this is some weird flavor stuff. NPC. So this is Port Windurst. I've played up to the base game's ending. Excuse me. So I know a lot, but I'm just refreshing my memory because Eden is a lot less forgiving. And I want to make sure I have everything down before I start going out. But the early game is very much this. Like when you first boot up, it's very much this. You want to talk to everybody and see what they have to say. Basically exploring. This game is very good at giving you a sense of exploration. Oh, I should probably move my, Here, let's folder all these. Group selected items. Let's PNG tuber. Using broad hints to figure shit out. I would say so, yeah. Let's move that here for now. So in Winders is very much magic based, which initially drew me to it. But if you're a physical class, this is your one-stop shop for physical gear. So I'm gonna be right here for now. Yes, I'm facing the wall. I don't care. I'm gonna look at the wall. So pretty over here. What to do in a situation like this? 3 is losing confidence as a guard. You can carry your shopping requirements at the boat shops on the docks. They sell magic weapons and armor there. So yeah. But yeah, this game is all broad hits. Like, I would say the first 2 are... I would only say like the first game is like broad hints, because the second game I played almost every Zelda game. The only Zelda games I haven't played are Four Swords and Four Swords Adventures, for obvious reasons. Having no friends kind of sucks. Excuse me, sorry. But I would say pretty much like the first game is pretty much the broad hint game. The second game is actually pretty clear on what to do. The NPCs in that game are very helpful. And the third game is same way, but more. Time to take my cold medicine. My sister introduced me to Zycam. So that's she swears by them, and well, I'm better today. I took them all day yesterday, so. So I'm not very experienced in this game, so take what I say with a grain of salt. But there are, what I do know, there are 6 races. There's my guy, the Tartaru. We're a little, we're adept in magic spells, and we come from Winders. Oh, hello, sir. You're a player, not a person, or not an NPC. Gotta say, Monster Hunter Wilds, pretty disappointing. It's the worst Monster Hunter game. Granted, it's still a 9 out of 10. It's still a great game. But maybe I'm just too much of an old head. I started the series back when I was 14 on the Wii U with Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. Or maybe I just don't like the world type of gameplay. But because I did play World, but I didn't beat it. I did beat Wilds. I got all the way to the end of the story. I consider that beating the game. But damn, I am not really. It's not my favorite. Let's just say that. It's still great. It's still leagues beyond most games on the market today. But yeah. I really struggled to find a motivation to play Wilds. Like, it was on my backlog this month, but Yeah, I don't know. I had a lot of fun with Rise though, even though I had issues with that game as well. So this is where you can buy maps. Very important to get all these maps, especially in this server since they don't give them to you automatically. But you start off here, let me show you. You start off with $60. 60 bucks. Oh, this is where you buy link shells. Okay. I'm guessing this NPC is a carryover from retail that wasn't here during the Treasures of Atragon era, so like she just doesn't have any dialogue. So the game does that. So far, Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate was the last actually good Monster Hunter game in my opinion. The new Monster Hunter games are good. Like, there's a reason they're popular. I'm not gonna like hate on something because it's not what I'm looking for or it disappointed me. The game can be disappointing and still be good. That can be, two things can be true at once. I actually wasn't too into Hunter Generations at first. I turned around on it later on, but I really struggled to find the because I played the original on the 3DS first before Ultimate. I was there day one, and I don't know, for whatever reason it didn't motivate me to play it. Even when the Ultimate came out, I didn't even know it came out. Like, I got it like after the fact when I found it on Amazon. But once I did play Generations Ultimate, I had a blast. I played with my my partner at the time, Bryce, and we had a fucking blast. Bryce didn't get very far, but I got all the way to G rank. And basically, here are all the I would say like swords, axe size, and monk equipment. And this is all the mage equipment. And then they have mage gear. But anyway, honestly, Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, there will never be another game like 4 Ultimate to me. I think it's definitely my top 3. I did like a podcast episode with my best friend Riley on back in the day, and I think I forgot to put 4U on there because it just was out of my mind at the time, and I regret that so much. That it's not my favorite game of all time, but it's right under there. Like, my favorite games of all time there's 2 of them. It's either Omori or Pokemon Mystery Dungeon 2. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon 2 is more personal because it's more of a personal thing to me, and Omori has that, plus also being like kind of like I can't really think of anything it does wrong, you know, as a game itself. PMD2, it can be a bit tedious in the gameplay. But once you stick with it and once you like actively make the effort to understand how the games work, it can be very rewarding. But it can get very tedious. Excuse me. And Omori as a game, like granted, I've only played the game once. I can't think of a single point in the game where I was frustrated, you know? And on top of that, it also has that same impact on me that PMD2 story did. So if I play that game again, it's probably gonna be like my #1 game of all time. Venture armor. Oh, this is, oh, that's cute. But yeah. Enjoy. Bastion of Badness. So we got the Bastock Consulate. Honestly, you should try again. You should at least play the second game. The first game, while it has its moments, is not the best place to start if you're like me and you play them in order. Lunar Remastered Collection. I've never heard of that game. Right now I'm not really looking for new games. Volbo. Oh, I need to write this down. Oh yeah, there's a lot of beautiful games. That's one of the things I want to do with this channel. Just kind of show off these games, mostly to my family, but just to anybody really. Just to wake people up to what games as an art form. Volbo merch. Volbo merch. Yeah, my backlog is over 100 games. I think it's almost reaching 200 now. So I need to focus on that before I can add any more games on there. Excuse me. I'm Musketeer. I'm one of the guards charged as overseeing by... Cannot help you. Oh, this is where you would get signet for if you're from Bastock. The Stook. Excuse me. Oh, jeez. Okay, I'm done looking at the shop, so let's move this guy back here. Wow. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, I'm elected Consul Bastook. You know the Republic of Bastook is far land with a rich mining town as its capital. Gold Skull. What do you want? What do you want? Sorry, I'm not much. If you have no business with me, don't speak to me. Sorry. Oh, this is not a door I can interact with. Yeah, this is a PS2 game. You can't play it on the PS2 anymore, but it still is one. Before the Great War, when none of these here consulates, so when y'all went from a foreign country, y'all felt all alone. I'm really jealous of the travelers of today. If anything happens to them, they can just go to the nearest consulate for help. Why do you talk like a baby? Grow up. Come humies and elvies change you so much in appearance as they get older. That they never get bored. Wordy of changing so much you every day. Enjoy growing older. But yeah, Mojo. Okay, the dream is to be here and to great service to the country during the war. See, I think a war is about to begin, and a lot of people are gonna die, like in the last war. I want to stop that from happening. That's the first time I've heard Karaha Baruha, who's a very important figure in Windurst. Careful now, this is magic training area. It's far too dangerous for your average Joe Blow hanging around here. You can reach the outdoor training area from behind the platform there, but outside is even more dangerous than it is in here. Be especially careful if you're heading out there. Hopeless so hopeless. It's just the same old cow, wow kapow and boom boom on the same old dummy cardian target over and over, day in and day out. Doesn't matter how fantastic the magic is. If I can only use it in here, then there's no use more than a boring old fireworks display away. Oh, how I want to try my spells on real monsters. Be an adventurer like me. Great wars 20 years ago was a wolf tragedy. So many brilliant warriors in the Oresti's warlocks are felled. Too much is lost in times of warfare, even if true peace, most precious thing of all, is gained. Either you are extremely brave to enter such a dangerous place as this, or you don't know how much much about our Mage Academy, do you? Super duper Oresti. Here we run the Mages Academy, which organizes the mages that serve as town guards. If you are looking for a minister, he's run off on one of his mumbo-jumbo experiments somewhere, and it doesn't look like he's coming back for quite some time. I wish I knew where he went. I am Oru. I have been studying status-changing magic for nigh on 25 years now. Now. But my research is far from over yet. I'm determined to keep studying until these eyes see a mind-numbingly incredible status ailment. Ailment. So this is the training grounds. No matter how much I practice, every day my magic powers just don't seem to be improving. You think magic would improve like magic, wouldn't it, Haru? Why, this is just the same as practicing fencing or archery. Is magic meant to be like this? What? You don't want to see my chart of elemental correlations, do you? Because if you do, well, I'm sorry, I don't know anything about such a thing. Ew. Well, if you're going to be so pushy about it, here, but only because you're begging me to show it to you. I can't see what that says. Yes. Okay, hold your horses. This is strictly between you and me. Yeah, I'm using OBS. So no, but the prime elements, right? They are the right elements or energies that control the universe. This chart shows you their interrelationships. 6 elements of the perimeter are in cyclical ascendancy over one another. Excuse me. Fire beats ice, ice beats wind, wind beats earth, earth beats lightning, lightning beats water, water beats fire. Light and darkness cancel each other out. Putting his water... So light and darkness in direct opposition. Oh, and one of these elements are closely connected to the health condition. I can explain more about this if you're interested. Yes. Disease is to fire as paralysis to ice. Silence is to wind. Petrification is to earth. Stun is to lightning. Is poisonous to water. Apparently there's charm, which is related to light, while blind, curse, sleep are infused with the power of darkness. What this all means is this. If your armor resists certain elements, then it will also help prevent the status ailments tied to those elements. There you have it. But remember, this is our little secret, right, Aru? Come back and ask to see you whenever you need to jog your memory. Yuhito Kubito E7 magic chart. This is why you talk to everybody, folks. Oh, jeez. Oh boy. Let me share my screen. Hold on, I'm shilling. Anything to you? Has a stronger resistance to fire is, the less damage you will receive from fire magic and so on. Don't go getting it wrong now. Just because your fire is doesn't mean fire. Get what I mean? Shut your mouth and leave me alone. I'm having trouble fighting off my own lazy tendencies as it is. Hiya. Me with any social interaction. It's me at work, even though it shouldn't be. Actually, I don't think so. I don't really have lazy tendencies. I have distraction tendencies, for sure. I don't have lazy tendencies. I'm not like inherently lazy. I just can't focus because I'm disabled, technically speaking. Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu. E7. Some walls warp. These guys are important if your home is in Winders because they make traveling a lot easier. Winders is one of those cities, is the city that's like so big that they need warpers dotted around places. So high-level magic to adventurers has been restricted since the last star reading ceremony, but they've just gone and decided to lift the ban. Seems Ajido Morijido is the minister of Oracy, heavied the other ministers to get out of his way. Alizabe. Won't be long before I set up shop in this very place, and once I start, there won't be no stopping me. Okay. Banja Daruja! Wowie wow wow! You see them from here? Those high-level magic users are practicing their spells over there. Oracy operates the Mage Academy, which is in charge of training and running the armies of pro magic users. So what I'd give to be able to join them. And join them like me. Pussy! Ne dime bariga. Be dime bariga. Sea cultivates an unlimited assortment of gifts that it gives to the land dwellers. What the land dwellers give the sea back in return. Damn, she's a fucking hater. Hey, say something? Stink kiss, these days ain't got no respect for your elders. Can't you see I'm trying to learn how newfangled fishing method? My day, all we had to do was cast a line and wait for the baby to tug. Now you gotta work for your meal. Let me tell you how it's done. First you fix a little bait on your line, toss it into the water, and wait for something to bite, eh? What's changed? Well, nothing yet. Would you just hold your hose and let me go to the good part? Now, once you feel whole, is where the real battle begins. And I say battle because a fish is not gonna let you get it without a fight. If he starts tugging to the left, you gotta pull to the right. If he starts tugging to the right, you gotta pull to the left. Keep him centered. That's the key to tiring out that old puppy. And once you think you've sopped him up enough, that's when you reel him in. If you confirm a little too early, the fish may still have enough pep to run off with your bait. If you spend too much time playing with him, he might just get bored and be on his way. Of course, if you ever get a bad feeling on whether or not on the end of the line fixing to snap your rod in two, you could always cancel your way out of things, sissy. Alright, did you get all that? Well, keep listening, because I'm not done yet. This new type of fishing works differently with different types of rods. This fancy carbon glass rods may have it takes to keep a fish on the line, on your line for a long time, but the flexibility of the old-fashioned wooden rods packs enough punch to tire out any fish in the blink of an eye. But enough of this chat. If you don't catch something for a nice dinner, my wife will clean me, gut me, and have me in a frying pan fascinating to say Galker manure. Manure. I don't think that's manure. Have you Ever tried your... It's basically a contest of willpower between you and the fish. There's no greater joy than when you finally catch a biggie. But you can also tell the conditions of the waters from the fish you catch. The longer you associate yourself with the sea, the more you come to understand it. The waters around here, for instance, depending on how fat the bass or sardines are, you can work out where the best cast your lines next. If you happen to catch yourself a bass or sardine, please show it to me, and it'll help me decide our fishing plans. Nanja. Here's the pond's most in freshwater, and you're sure to find the moat carps. Try using balls of insect paste as bait, mate. Fishing, getting there's half the fun, you know. So when you're down frown, don't frown. Just move on and keep your spirits up and away. Been fishing up a storm all day, and my eyes spinning winning. I couldn't tell a blue tail from Bibikibo in the state I'm in. Still, I caught over 20 fish today. Not too bad for a rookie like me, wouldn't you say? Some of the bigwigs around here say they've caught more than 10 times that. That sounds awfully fishy-wishy to me. Anyways, I'm going to take a breather. Another day, so I should be fresh as a forest carp. If you ever find yourself pooped after a long day of fishing, I suggest you do the same. Scatter a bait like this, fish all gather together and their scales shine in the light. It's really pretty. It's real pretty. Pretty. I don't have... Okay. This is me hearty, be the Fisherman's Guild, where sons of the sea gather. If any of you land lubber-wubbers a bone to pick with us, then go ahead and make me day. Teach you my secret fishing? Only because Arabu from Fumulubu likes you so much. Catch crayfish in any freshwater pond or swamp. Slice the moat carp are the baits. That's great! Arabu would like to go with you, but I need to do more scrubbing and mending and scrubbing and scrubbing. Why don't you try catching a bass or sardine? I'll tell you where you can find one, but in what you'll need to catch them. Southern seas are where you'll find bass or sardines. Lugworms would be good enough to get them to bite. Told you all I know. If you need help getting there, don't ask me. I ain't no tour guide. Well, that's heard from me pappy that the world was over 80% ocean. You know what that means? That means there's a hell of a lot of fish to catch out there. Yeah, you're all girls. I was like, okay. Anyway, I was gonna talk about races, but I got sidetracked about Monster Hunter. So there's 6 races. There's Taru, there's the Humes, which are basically people, like stock human beings. Excuse me. Sorry. And then there are... What I'm called? There are Elvan, which are your elves. These guys, Elvan and come primarily from Sandoria, which is a city, kind of northern city, which is pretty big. Excuse me. It's like a giant castle, pretty much. It's a giant fortress and a castle. And they're very stuck up and snobby. A strong, reliable adventurer would come by. There have been rumors of a strange group loitering about this warehouse. Please inform 7 if you see strange group. I already talked to them yesterday, so... There's a group of kids. They ask you to give them a tale. A Rarab's tale, to be specific. But anyway, they're pretty stuck up and snooty. Their culture is somewhat xenophobic, but they are getting better. You'll see that when if I show off, if I stream while I go to Sandoria for the first time. Then there's the Humes. They primarily they take shelter in Bastook, but they are known to show up in Sandoria as well. Run-of-the-mill, boring humans. Basically, they're the all-rounders. They specialize in pretty much everything. I actually want to go to excuse me. Actually want to go to walls. I don't know why I went all the way to woods. I want to do woods last. Anyway. They've mostly taken up homes in Bastook. Though I'm not really educated on Bastook lore. I think they treat another race, the Galka, pretty poorly. But, yeah. And then there's me, the Tartaru. The Tartaru are little magical guys. We specialize in magic. We are from here, Windurst. It's primarily Tartaru with a little bit of Mithra, which we'll get into in a second. Is it just 5 races? I think it is just 5 races. Anyway, the Elven are also like really strong. They primarily focus on like strength and dexterity. Humes are all-arounders, and Tartaru have high intelligence and intelligence. Yeah, pretty much high intelligence. We're a little bit fast as well. But yeah. And then Mithra are Catwoman. They can only be women. And they kind of migrated into Windurst after the Great War. Which is 20 years before the game starts. Or perhaps even longer than that. Windurst walls and PCs. And they're very fast, and they're very proud of their heritage. They kind of see everyone else as... They're kind of like Elven in their pride with their heritage, though like less xenophobic. There's a little bit of xenophobia in there, but not too much, considering they're not living in their own home. They're living in Windurst. It's more their national pride. They kind of like some see other races as like kind of like inferior or not as skilled is more accurate. Port warp. Sorry. And then there's the Galka, who are the initial residents of Bastook. I think this starts a little off the marky wacky. Of course, this has put in the head of the lady in waiting and rather than the last least beast is simply dreadful wedful. Wataru, don't tell me someone searching for us already. Oh, phew. Don't Taru you dare tell head lady in waiting Zubaba about it, but Bataru. We Sortaru snuck out Taru of Heaven's Tower for a Betaru. Yeah, anyway. So that's what... We are the local courier warriors. We deliver the goods that people leave with the girly whirlies over there, wary. If you want to participate in the auction, then step right, Haru, up to the counters lining the walls over there. Brosius. This is the North Auction House. We would like to transport your belongings to your home or help you send presents to people, but having problems delivering on that promise. Alas, a terrible occurrence has befallen us. You see, the other day, one of my delivery men was attacked by a monster and seemed to have lost several of the letters he was carrying. Don't do something to retrieve the mail. Deliver it to its rightful owners. The reliable name of my courier service will be ruined, dear adventurer. Would you please be so kind as to recover our lost mail? Thank you, thank you. Our deliverman was ambushed in where the Tarongi Canyon meets the East Sarada Baruda. So if you can search high and low for both Tarongi Canyon and Sarada Baruda, hopefully you'll be able to find all the pieces of mail that were lost. Please bring back whatever you can find. The rain and shine, monsters and beastmen, the mail must get through. Star reading ceremony is a special rite that entails gathering the 5 ministries and Star Sibyl together to listen to the will of the stars in the skies above. Last star reading said that wonders would have everlasting peace. I'm just glad we didn't have an ill-boding omen come up like the ones we got during the Great War 20 years ago. Anyway, the Galka. The Galka are big, burly beastmen. You'll know them when you see them. They can only be mask, and I say mask as in NB mask or trans mask because they technically don't have genders. They're technically NB, but they are definitely mask leaning because they're fucking huge. They're fucking ripped, and they generally take on mask appearances. Obviously, from what I understand, I don't know too much about Bastuk, but Galka are generally oppressed in Bastuk by the Humes there. Big surprise, Humes, human type characters oppressing another race, haha. But there is that line of oppression for sure. That's kind of actually important to the base game's plot. But I don't know any more than that. That's for my Bastuk character to figure out once I play him. Excuse me. I feel like I'm missing a race, but I can't think of the other race because I feel like there's 6. So there's the Tartaru, Hume, Elven, Galka, and Mithra. I don't think there's any other races than that. I think that's all the races. And the Great War that you've heard being referenced. May need to go to the bathroom soon. Okay, I can't see. So these are your delivery guys. The auction house. Welcome to the auction house. Do you have any questions about our establishment? What is the auction house? Auction house can be found in all of Vanadiel's major cities. Here, the adventurers gather to bid on battle spoils, unwanted items, old armor, or almost anything. Adventurers may use the auction house regardless of nationality. If there's anything else you would like to know. How are the auctions run? First adventurer to bid at or above the asking price will automatically purchase the product. Once put up for auctions, merchandise will remain there for a maximum of 30 weeks Vanadil time, 9.5 days Earth time. If merchandise does not sell within this time limit, it will be returned to the seller's current residence. Is there anything else you would like to know? Are there any fees? Transaction fees are proportional to the amount for which an item is put up for auction. The method of calculating this fee is different for single items and stackable items. Transaction fee is collected when any merchandise is put up for auction. The fee is non-refundable. Is there anything else you would like to know? Are there any limits? The International Auction House Committee, or the IAHC, has declared that a maximum of 7 items may be put up for auction at one time. However, the IAHC has recently removed the limit to how many items one may purchase. Is there anything else would you like to know? How do you check up on merchandise? A small amount of time is required before new merchandise appears in our bid list. Once an item appears on your sales status list, it may not immediately appear on the bid list. If you do not see your item on the bid list, try looking again at a later time. Is there anything else you would like to know? How do you remove an item? There would like to withdraw an item from the auction. You must travel to the auction house and select Stop Sale from Sales Status menu. Is there anything you would like to know? My sales status list is full. To remove an item from your sales status list, you must visit the auction counter to acknowledge the sale or return of your merchandise. Otherwise, previously sold or returned items will fill up your list and prevent you from selling any more merchandise. At an auction counter, open the sales status menu and acknowledge the transaction, clear it from the list. Press the confirm button to remove any transaction code yellow or red. Is there anything else you'd like to know? Nothing right now. All right. Gee, an auction courier is a pretty dangerous job. It seems that every day you hear another delivery man being attacked by some beastie or crazy customer. Did you hear the auctioneer over there? One of his delivery men was attacked by a monster. What terrible viciousness. Okay. Yeah, Tartaris like to fucking talk like fucking babies sometimes. Cross this bridge and follow the path to reach the entrance of Winder's residential area. In the residential areas, Mog House and rent a rooms, you can put important belongings into safekeeping or just store away items that are getting in your way. These items can be very convenient facilities if you make good use of them. Let's go. Let's just go to the Mog House! Hooray! That was the weirdest. That voice just came out. If you hear any useful news, though, pass it on to me, won't you? I'm hoping to give up this guard a gig and try my hand at a spot of adventuring myself. It's just that lately I hear reports from all over the place, though, that beastmen are on the move again. Come to think of it, perhaps it's not the right time, though, to be either guard or adventurer, is it then? So yeah, the Great War was this war between the 5 races and the 3 races of beastmen, which are the orcs, the Yagudo, and the Quadav. The orcs are orcs. They are mostly adjacent to Sandoria. Yagudo are bird folk who are adjacent to Windurst, and the Quadav are native to Bastuk's mines and have been there either at around the same time as or longer than the the Galka have been, I think. I do know that Windurst is trying to make peace with the Yagudo. But other than that, I'm not quite sure. So cute, but members of the Star Onion Brigade are supposed to do only good deeds. This is so cute. Wouldn't it be great if my whole house was made of flowers? Hey there, mister. Have you heard? Have you? What are you talking about? Do you really want to know? Really? Listen, I know the secrets of gardening. What do you want to know? What is gardening? Take a seed, plant in a flower pot, and leave it the rest of your Moogle. That's gardening. Then, after a while, pretty flower blooms, and then the flower turns into fruit, and you can get all kinds of neat stuff. Oops, I was just thinking about all that delicious fruit. What do I need to start? Okay, to start off, you're gonna need a flower pot and some seeds. You can buy flower pots in town, but you're gonna have to go out and get your seeds from plant monsters. And then guess what? Guess. Give your plant crystals and its fruit will change. Really? Oh, I was just thinking about the different kinds of fruit and... How do I garden? sit back and relax, do all your gardening in your mog house. All you have to do is tell him what to do. Moogle will do all the work. Make sure you check up on your plant sometimes, or it might... Well, just check up on your plant every now and then, okay? Promise? Even if you're off to an adventure somewhere, your Moogle will use his special powers to take care of your plant. Moogles are so cool. Are there any limits? I think you can have up to 10 plants in your room. Any more and your Moogle won't be able to handle it. They're really busy, you know. Oh yeah, you have to put your seeds in flower pots in your mog safe before you can use them. They need to be in there so your Moogle can use his magic on them. Moogles are awesome. Bye-bye. Hold on. To bow to every player I see. Oh wait, no. I can't bow. That's right, I have to go in here. There we go. Okay, so there's no one over here. All this talking has got my throat fucked up. See access to a Windurst residential area. There you are, Mog House. Here at Windurst residential area, your Mog House in here. Excuse me. That was really rude. So this is the Mog House. Basically your home base. You have your storage. You can store up to 50 items here. Actually up to 100, I think. Or maybe you have to unlock this. I can't remember. But yeah, this is also where you plant. And other things of the like. Thank you, Moogle. Ba, 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 da, 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 da. Let's give my throat a break for a second. Let me grab my my Hales. I can't drink Dayquil or NyQuil anymore because it makes me like my stomach hurt. It's pretty upsetting. Oh, wait, no, I have Hales right here. I don't need to open this yet. There's also like cough drops. I can't remember the brand, but cough drops my parents had in my cupboard as a kid. Because I was so like hungry all the time because of like depressing things that I don't want to get into right now. I would like eat those. And I ate so many of them, I just got sick of the taste. Like the taste was so awful. So like when I had to bring one to school once for a sore throat, like all the other kids wanted them. And I was like shocked. I was like, oh my god, how can you eat these like candy? They're disgusting. I still am shocked that people eat these like eat cough drops like candy. It's still shocking to me to this day. I still can't get over it. Because they don't taste good. Is it like they don't taste good at all? Like one of my coworkers eats some like that, and it's like, why? Poink wink. Horde of Hellflayer, a hero's story, the deeds of in all their glory. Traveling bard walks far and near while wandering celestial sphere from bustling towns to god-forsaken lands, but none I love more than the swell inhabitants of Vanadale. Especially when the skill comes to my hands, pay me what you think I'm worth, and song of legends may spring forth. Open your ears and take a ration of my melodic scintillation. I don't have anything. I think that's how you get bard songs. Dakota. It's just lovely here, away from the smoke and bustle of Bastoke. Take a deep breath and smell the fresh air. Whenever I need to relax, I just kick back and take in the scenery. What mighty queer country this here Windurst is. People are smaller than dogs and the trees are big as mountains. And that big honkin' thing over yonder, they say that some star lady is living up in there. Wonder if she's into sophisticated guys like yours truly. No, she's not. Kind of a prude, honestly. If you need to enter the Heavens Tower, you'll have to cross that bridge over there. Look around you, and you'll realize that the ruins of the once great walls of Winders are practically filled with water. It was 20 years ago during the Great War when the walls were destroyed and the place became flooded, but better to have an abundance of water than none at all, yeah? She's talking about here. All that. That used to be walls. When I was just a kitten, the Star Sibyl came out and gave me a speech to everybody. Said two things: that we should all play nice with the beastmen, and that nobody should use summoning magic anymore. What's summoning magic? Interesting. So summoning magic is banned. That's the first time that was mentioned. I already knew this because I'm like a fucking expert at this game, bro. Q1B1. You were sent here by my editor? Oh gee, I haven't been able to get the lowdown on old Dr. Shintoto yet. Well, I'll just have to run with what I've got, Here, take this article back to the boss for me. Getting back to the matter at hand, Wayne. How should I break the ice with Dr. Shintoto? Hope you're having a magical day away? Nah, thank you for sparing me your precious time, Wayne. Ugh. Curses, what will become of me? Dr. Shintoto, you say? I know. I'm sure a lot of people know this name. Especially the Magic fans. Speaking of Magic, I'm going to be replaying Final Fantasy 1 soon. Shintoto, the most popular character from this game. Hey, my dear. I have the most unpleasant feeling, you see. I feel as though someone is constantly watching me. It must be one of the many admirers, or maybe I dare to think even a spy. It's giving me Jim Jams. I'm not a cheap sheet show now, am I? Say, would you like to help me, my dear? I'm thinking of showing that peeping Tom just who he's up against, you hear? Jolly well. Now grab that quill and jot these down. I'll need a pinch of bomb ash and 2 bone chips. Oh ho ho, this will be quite the sight to see, so stick around. So, she needs a pinch of bomb ash and bone chips. Oh dear. She's gonna make something. Moan Mound? That building up there, there is the foreign country's consulate. There are agreement between Winders and other countries that they help each other out when they're in trouble or rebel. So I don't think we need consulates or embassies. If someone is in trouble, we should be helping them out regardless whether they are Windustrian or not or what. Heard from the consulate over there that Winders has formed a peace pact with the Yagudo. Can you believe it? They already forgot what happened 20 years ago? So this is a Sandorian consulate. Or no, this is a Jueno consulate. I see, okay. Have you already been inside Heaven's Tower? I came all the way to see the strange spring inside. They say you can see it in the see the stars in it. It's been about 10 years since I left Juneau to come to Winders. In that period, I haven't much of a chance to prove myself. The country's so too easygoing. It's begun to rub off on me. Can't let that happen anymore. It's my ambition that made me what I am. What do you mean, where's Juneau? Haven't you ever seen a current map of the known world up to now? The Grand Duchy of Juneau is midway between the continent of Mindartia and the continent of Quan. How could you overlook a country that is in the middle of the map? So Juneau, in the middle of the map. It also has a massive human population, but it's also more of a hodgepodge of everything, of all cultures. Hello, I'm Esmeralda. I'm the consul of the consulate of Juneau and Winders. Winders and Juneau formed an amicable alliance 20 years ago at the end of the Great War. It is for and on behalf of this alliance that we have consulates and embassies in each other's countries. Are you surprised that the consul Esmeralda is so young? That is because in Juneau we have a tendency to rapidly promote able young people. Now is an era of great change. In such times as this, new ideas and vigor are essential. Also, a lot of people died 20 years ago, so that too. Anybody over here? No. Zonpa Zippa's manor. Ikamama. Professor Taru lived in this manor was kidnapped several years ago by those automaton cars, creations of his that he named Cardians. No one's heard anything of him since the day he was spirited away. But serves him right, Aru, as that professor was the biggest liar Winders ever knew. He's probably in the stomach of some nut-headed Cardian by now, or at least one can hope. Jeez, bitch, okay. Toy boy. I feel so sorry for nasty old Zanpazipa's daughter, Miss Apururu. With a father like Thatty Waddy, not to mention that horrible brother of hers. Well, it just comes to show that you suffer for your whole life when you come from a bad family. Jesus fucking Christ. People really don't like these two. Like, it's so weird, because, like, Winderstians are, like, so chill. But then you bring up those two and they're like, oh, fuck them, I hope they die. We lost too many loved ones during the Great War 2 decades ago. However, the Great Star Tree and the Star Sibyl survived unharmed, so we Winderstians are able to rebuild our lives without losing all hopey-wopey. Garun. Have you ever heard word about the great summoner Karua Baruha who saved Winders 20 years back? 20 years? That's the same time as the Great War ended. See the empty house on the hill up there? That's the manor where the Genius Swenius was supposed to live after he retired as minister of the Optistery. The town's children think it's haunted, wanted, and called Ghosty House. A great hero called Karuha Baruha saved the town. He was supposed to, but I think we can imply that he passed away. Get out of here. Kids keep our tails out of you adults' business, so you keep your big noses out of ours. I'm looking for Batty Waddies. When I catch them, I throw them into the scary wary jail. You're not doing anything bad, are you? If you are, you have to tell me, you know. I don't know, I just want to talk to people, jeez. I believe down here, FFXI. Okay, let's write this down. Shop. Down here is for a later quest during the Rise of Solar era, I believe. Either that or the end of the base game. 7 of diamonds. Off limits, beyond gate, extremely dangerous. Turn back immediately. So yeah. That's related to a mission. That's an area in there. That's really dangerous. You need to be a very high level in order to survive in there. Cost of the hero. Doors are firmly sealed shut. Can I get on the roof here? I don't think so. Or maybe I can, it's just like giving me the runaround. Yep. I don't think there's anything up here though. Yeah, no. Night Area map. I'm sure you've seen the automaton guards positioned all over Winders. You'd better take care when dealing with those Guardians. This is just between you and me, but those machines go crazy sometimes. I've even heard that there have been Tartaru kidnapped by the malfunction Guardians. You're in Orange Manor. I believe this is another quest. What business, Ithi, do you have with me, Ithi? I'm Yorn Orin, the former minister, Ithi, of the Rhinostery. Have you been to see, Ithi, the Rhinostery's biological laboratory in Winder's waters yet, Ithi? I should. It's like, Ithi, a magical botanical garden. My old Rhinostery has come to resemble, Ithi, a botanical garden that specializes in plants, but it really is meant to be, Ithi, a biological laboratory. Originally, it was a biological research center that dealt with the entire ecosystem of plants and animals. Of course, that included the roles of monsters in the system of things. For example, take the wonderful little bean thing, the Mandragora. It's found out in Serra de Baruda. Before the Great War, they didn't exist in these parts, but their numbers have constantly increased over the last couple of decades. That got me interested in where they originally from and how they came to arrive in Serra de Baruda. So right now I'm thinking of carrying out a study on them. If you come across any Mandragora related items that might assist me in my research, please bring them to me. I'll buy each and every one I can off you. New quest! Let's move over here. That is Mandragora Mad! This is one of the most important quests you can do in Rindhurst. It is the one way to increase your fame reliably. Because it repeats itself. And fame is what determines how many quests you can get. Because there's like, it's based off of your fame level, the quest you have access to, I should say. This is kind of an awkward spot, but I think this might be good to place. Nah, it's better at the border. I'm okay with just moving it around when I need to show off some things. Oh, jeez. Mommy, mommy. Winter's Water's the coolest place. Not only do we have Heaven's Tower and Consulate, but all the ex-ministers have manors here. The ministers of the 5 magic ministries of Winders retire, they gain a title of doctor or professor. They're allowed to live in special celestial houses, and they can continue their studies without worries. Bakeke! Welcome to the magical town of Windhurst, home of fun-loving Tartar and free-willed Mithra. You are now in Windhurst Walls. It's a holy site revered by us Tartars since ancient Tar times. Hope you enjoy your visit to Tar here. Suikahi. Hello, hello. Are you from Windhurst yourself, you wealthy? Or are you just another adventurer passing through a wheelie? Either way, it's a dangerous place outside the towny wowny. If you intend on venturing outside, you better to make sure your armor and weapons are properly equipped. Firsty worsty. That is a bard of remembering. Komomo. Solly Wallies are starfruit heads are called Cardians. Cardians come from the great star trees, so they speak in the language of the stars. Here, Windhurst Walls, center of Windhurst. 4 is Cardian Guard. Protect Windhurst. Windhurst waters beyond this archway. Taru lived there. Pardon me. Excuse me. Luke Blinn. Come on, Professor Koromoto. I'm not moving until you cough up the gill for your overdue accounts at the Boneworkers Guild. As both the minister and the principal of our local school, shouldn't you be setting a better example? Bonchata. Professor Koromori, the old minister who lives in that manor there, is more famous for being a local ding-a-ling than for serving as a school magical principal. I just know he's up to something in there. I come over to call in and have a little chit-chat, but seems as if not he is, how shall we say, otherwise occupied. I'm gonna kick down the door. Boom. I kicked it down with my mind. Why diddly doodly? Do you bother me? I was just riding on the back of a fire dragon as she flew off into the starry night, too. So this guy is on drugs, I guess. I don't know. Man-kun! According to Principal Koromoro, there was once a great beastie that occasionally appeared in Saruda Baruda who ate any Tartaru who happened to wander by. Sure glad I live in an age where such beasties no longer existy. Karupa Tawalupa. Here the beastmen are on the move in every region lately. Even though Windhurst has amicable relations with our local beastmen, the Ugura, we still can't be sure of if or when we are going to get pulled back to another full-scale war. Great Summoner Karua Baruha is the savior of Windhurst. Just when we were completely surrounded by beastmen and faced certain doom, bam! He instantly blew them all away. If it weren't for him, we Windhurstians would have all been goners. Summoner is really someone, huh? Karua Baruha was a summoner. That we can live here in peace under the blessed shadow of the star tree is all thanks to hero Karua Baruha. We say the name of great hero, Karua Baruha, not the forgotten. We exalt the name Karua Baruha on high. Oh no, that old gent those groupies call the great teacher has started up his speech again. I swear my ears are suffering from the repetitive strain injury from listening to him repeat the same old thing every time I have misfortune of passing by here. This is Great Star Tree, a tree of gods who protects Winders from ancient time. We guardian guards are children of Great Star Tree. Entrance to Heaven's Tower is a cross bridge on the right. Purakoko. Isn't it Biggie Wiggy? Isn't it Hughie Wiggy? Can you see it? Can you see it? That's Great Star Tree, and it grew and grew out of all over Heaven's Tower. It grew out this big thanks to the magic blessing of the stars in the sky. I wish they would help me grow up big soon too. Cause she gets away with talking like a baby because she literally is one. Yamakiki. This is the gateway to Heaven's Tower that serves as the political centaur of our town. The meeting of the 5 ministries has ended, so you're free to enter the tower if you wish. This is Heaven Tower. It's protected by a great star tree that grew to encompass the original tower. It is the most sacred site in Winders. Thoughts and voices of people from all over the world pass through this great tree to reach the goddess of dawn. It is our job to protect this intermediary of people's prayers. Mukuku. After years of trying, I was finally given the privilege of serving the Star Sybil, but I got her fired after being too clumsy and scatterbrained. Now I don't know what Taru to do. How can I ever face my mother and father, my brothers and sisters, or my grandfather and grandmother ever again? Oh, and then there's my cousins and my friends, my family's friends, their friends and friends, and... Okay, you are... Okay. 20 years ago, the Allied forces succeeded in defeating the Lord of the Beastmen. However, they were not able to take the Beastmen forces out completely. If Winders had only a little more power, then we could have taken care of our bird problem. There would be no need to fake happy coexistence with the Yogudo. Yeah, the Mithra are also not a fan of playing buddy-buddy with the Yogudo. This is more serious than I thought, Dot. Huh? Oh. Huh? If you're looking for the entrance, it's on the other side, Dot, of the poor old star tree that encases it. Sorry, Dari, I'm in the middle of escorting a researcher from the nursery's biolab around here, but gee whiz, I sure wish he didn't have to come at such a busy time as this. Not only the Star Sybil lives in Heaven's Tower, her ladies-in-waiting and Mithra Sybil guards also serve her there. Out of all the guards protecting the Star Sybil, Semi-Lafina is the most powerful. Why shouldn't she be? She's the only Mithra worthy enough to accept our chieftainess's bow. We'll meet the chieftain soon. She actually lives in Winders, but she lives in Winders Woods. Makora. Why are there so many hot-blooded Mithra? They shouldn't worry so much about winning or losing. What's done is done. Don't you think, Wink, it's better to forget the past and concentrate on improving your relationship with others now? I came here to give Star Sybil peace of my mind. Why do we have to be friends with those filthy Yogudo? Continuing ravaging the countryside just because no one here in Winders has the guts to stand up to them. Help! I don't want to be eaten by this angry Mithra womany. Please protect Arumi! You have some kind of business with the scars here? Then first you gotta speak with Tsukimo Kima at the top of the steps here. He's our reader. This is how you start the Winders missions. This is Heaven's Towers. Gatehouse. We are the guards who protected the Heaven's Tower. You look new around these parterus. Do you know about Taru, the role of gatehouses? Gatehouses are what guards keep around the clock vigil. The role of guardians is to protect Taru, this town, from monsters and bad people, or as we prefer to put it, we're the heroes of justice, libertarui, and love. Gatehouse also serve as places where important Taru missions of the Federation of Winders are received and handed out to adventurers. If you're a capable adventurer, confident Taru in your own abilities, and why not Taru take a Mission serve us to protect Haru, the Windows justice or libertary and luck. I can't accept her. Okay then, hey, Kiyokoru. Looks like he's preoccupied. Pakipoki, give the newcomer a mission appropriate for his rank, please. Roger Dodger, let's see. What do I have for first rank weekly? I mean newbie wannabe adventurer like you. About helping the Oresti conduct a magic experiment. Might make a good guinea piggy wiggy. Seems like it's going down in the Eastern Magical Towers Hour of the Horutoto ruins out in Saruda Baruda. I thought that Aru, the Orsary mob, was beyond help, but it looks like they're asking for a hand. Well, let's make this your first mission anyway, and let's see how you go with it, Haru. Head over to the Orsary building in Port Windhurst and ask the minister there for mission details. I've accepted my first mission. The Harutoto Ruins Experiment. Minister of Oresti is conducting an experiment in the Eastern Magic Tower of Harutoto Ruins, located in the East Saruda Baruda. Inquire about the Oristary first, and then go assist him. Let us enter Heaven's Tower! Excuse me. Apple Mopple. Wabble Mop. You are now in Great Star Tree, protector of Winders and the bridge between Heavens and Vanadale. Welcome to Heaven's Tower, sanctuary to guide our thoughts and dreams and thoughts to heaven. Parada. Shh. Prayers are transported from Spring directly to Sybil. She uses Star Spring to convey prayers to the heavens. Don't forget gratitude to Star Sybil in prayers. Oh, it's bursting straight through the ceiling. See what my mom meant when she told me to grow up big and strong like a great star tree. I can feel the power. Somebody somewhere said something about rubbing the great star tree's roots for good luck. Well, that's just rubbing rubbish. You don't have to touch, feel, stroke, or pet anything to have the tree help your dreams travel to the heavens. Did you come here to see the stars in the Star Spring? Well, you're out of luck then. Only those chosen Kozen can make their way through the magic doors leading up there. Cool, so this is the Star Spring, huh? I don't see any stars. What? Is it cloudy out? Before the Great War, there were no Sybil guards. The only ones living in the stampified Darkful Tower were the Star Sybil, the ladies-in-waiting, and hundreds of terrifying magic dolls. Did I scarify you? That was one always gets the kids. Not sure what the details, but the guards protecting the Star Sybil are supposedly the children of Mithra who died in the Great War. Wonder why that is. Maybe they feel they are in debt to her. This Bard of Memories. You say you want to go to the second floor? No, not you. You'll have to bust your britches a little bit harder. If you want to get past that magic door. Do some missions, raise your rank, and maybe, just maybe, they'll let you by. You want to know about missions? Well, mosey on over to any gatehouse and ask a guard. Adventurers from foreign countries are allowed access to the basement and first floor of Heaven's Tower. The Star Sybil believes the Great Star Tree is not only a property of Windhurst, but the property of all beings in Vanadale. On the highest, driest, bobiest floor of this tower, you will find the planetarium and the Star Spring. There, one can see all the star jars, bobars in the heavens. Star Sybil uses power to tower of those stars in the Star Spring to see all the way into the future. On the basement floor, you will find the orchard, where new star trees are raised. Don't go running around Round around and causing motion commotion down there. Star trees need their peace and quiet, Aru. I think I should swap here. That way, not only I'm looking at the wall and I don't have time to exchange the other bit. A bubble. This is the star tree orchard. The hard brown fruit haru that grows on these trees is used to make the heads of guardian guards. What? You say my face is as blue as my hairy wary? Oh, it's that poor baby star trees. They just aren't growing well. We love harvesting the shiny, hard, smooth, ripe star fruit, Uru. There is always a fight over who picks the biggest, juiciest, grandest, most lovely one. We don't make any new types of plants here like they do at the rhinocery. We just plant the seeds from the great star tree and grow more and more and more new baby star trees. My star tree has a first name. It's Star. These star trees have a second name. It's Tree. Buddy at the nursery told me that singing to plants helps them grow all biggy wiggy. Oh, she was singing. Okay. It may give you a shock, Taru, but an itsy bitsy seedling growing into a humongous star tree. This humongous star tree. You see, the great star tree is the guardian of all Windhurst. A miracle it is. A miracle. The star tree is a plant, very delicate, clean, magical, and water must be, or it'll die. Before the war outside of Windhurst, there were star trees as well, but now disappeared. They all have. So they plant star trees down here for star fruits. Okay. Citizens of other nations apply for citizenship in Windhurst. Since you're Windhurstian, there's not much I can do for you. You want to see the Star Sibyl? Try back in a million years. The Star Sibyl is the incarnate of the Dawn Goddess, and will seize with the will of the heavens. With the will of the heavens, she rules the land. You must pay her respect. Can issue a gold ward pass, which bestows special benefits and can be used to invite friends to play in the same world as you are now. May I help you today? Look into Heaven's Tower, home of the Great Star Tree and our leader, Star Sibyl. Star Sibyl can hear all the requests, thoughts, and dreams of all the people in Winter, so you better keep quiet. Wait a minute, don't tell me. You're on the Federation's adventures, right? And you want me to sign up for the conflict? I don't know. Your rank is awfully low. How am I supposed to trust someone who hasn't proved themselves to the nation? Get out there and do some missions, and I'll guarantee you a spot on our team. You look like you've got what it takes. The Great War, the three countries of Windhurst, Bastook, and Sandoria joined forces under the command of the Grand Duchy of Juno. Giuno. Geno. Defeat the Shadow Lord and his beastman forces. Now all of this buddy-wuddying with the beastmen. I can't believe it. Alright, that's all of Heaven's Tower we can explore for the moment. And that's most of Winter's Woods. Once I get Winter's Woods, I'm going to take a quick break. To grab lunch and go to the bathroom and grab lunch. What am I gonna eat? What am I gonna eat? What am I gonna eat? I think I'm gonna stick with soup for the rest of the day. Maybe get some Metamucil because I haven't shit at all. I'm so classy, I know. I also need to take out the trash because I am running out of space to put these tissues in the trash can, I mean. I was just talking to Oromu here about the Wintersteam government. Can you believe that all the goings-on in this country are decided by the Star Sibyl's fortune-telling? They say that it's tradition, but I just don't see the logic in it. Our Federation of Winters is governed by the Great Star Sibyl and the 5 Ministries of Magic. Major decisions are made by the 5 ministers who head the ministries, but the divination of the Star Sibyls are the most important determinant. Alright, I made the rounds in Winter's Walls. I only found 2 important NPCs here. Is the Warper to Port Windurst and some other guy. I don't think I talked to these guys. It was a courageous decision by the Star Sibyl when she set out to make friends with the Beastmen. It's because of her actions that we are now able to restore Windurst to the beautiful place it once was. Star Sibyl permitted the Yagudo Beastmen to live in the Serra de Baruda. That's why there is a Yagudo nest called Gideus out in the West Serra de Baruda. The Yagudo Dontaru seem the least bit thankful. Annoying, isn't Taru it? Alright, time to head towards Windurst Woods. Windurst Woods, baby. Or maybe I'm heading towards Windurst Waters right now, I think. Probably. I think this is Windurst Woods, if I recall correctly. Let's put some text on here. Text. There. I will be back. Turn up the volume a bit. There we go. Testing. Testing. Okay. Go. I'm actually gonna stop stream for a second, and then I'll be back later. I might have to do a lot more setup than I thought. Bye bye.